Guess what day it is?
Friday!
Oh, you got it right. If you've been watching that new Geico commercial that rehashes all the old ones, you might have thought it was Wednesday. You might also think it's Wednesday because in that week after Christmas, it's just this nebulous mix of feeling bloated and tired and not knowing why.
Blur, yeah.
Also, bloated and starving, that's a weird combination.
And not knowing what day.
It's like the holiday hangover, right?
Kind of. I'm feeling all right now. You starve yourself for a few days, you get your blood sugar levels back down to normal.
Maybe you. Starve yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
What, are you still eating a lot?
Yeah.
Fasting diet.
No, it's just
fuel
called Don't Eat Like a
yourself.
Dummy. That's the new diet by Paul. You guys should try it out.
That sounds good.
All right, guys.
all right.
Could be enough
Yeah,
one
no
day
fast
seller.
food.
Yeah, I'm not writing the book. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. You're watching the Today in AZ After Show only on Facebook Live. Thanks for using your devices to communicate with us. That was a text. Who's blowing your phone
yeah.
up? Now, let's get
Actually,
real for a minute.
It was Hillerman.
Oh, who's Hillerman?
A producer.
Producer Jeff?
Yes.
I love Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Producer Jeff. What did he say? Anything good?
He's saying, great show, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank
you
you.
too.
I will say that Dana said hello from Peoria. Lisa
Okay.
said hello.
Mary saying hello as well.
Samantha said I'm back.
Took a hiatus from social. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, good for you.
Yes.
Congrats.
I mean, I would tell you to stay away, but then you wouldn't be watching the show, so that kind of
be here.
defeats the purpose that we're trying to put together here.
We want you tuning in.
We got a lot to talk about, guys. Let's start with Dating Sunday. If you watched Today in AZ this morning, you saw this. It's supposedly the weekend that everyone finds love, this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
There's more people online because of the holidays.
Right.
I believe that.
They're done with it now. You can't get anything done over the holidays. If you meet somebody on December 15th, forget about it.
No.
Forget about
Yeah.
it.
Help
It's
me wrap
done.
my gift.
You don't hear from them on New Year's Eve. They forget it.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you don't kiss that December 15th meetup on January 1, you're never kissing them. Hot take. So supposedly everyone's getting online this Sunday.
Set up to 85%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uptick. So
Oh.
if you can't find them Sunday, I don't know.
So this happens every year, apparently.
you were saying
because
last
we
year,
reported on
same
this
thing.
last year as well.
Yeah.
And it's just because everybody has their New Year's resolutions. They're ready to find love.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
and
all
then
optimistic.
they spent the holidays with their family, and then of course everybody's asking, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have babies? All
Yeah.
those questions.
You're like, I'll deal with it on
Curiosity.
Sunday.
Yes. So they're like, okay, I've got my life back together. It's time
Right.
to go online and find love. And
Really get serious.
Yeah.
So this is the day to do it?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Dating
the 6th.
Sunday.
Look at all those.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
then
even
there's
know what half of
multiple.
those
So
are.
if you don't
Dating
know,
sites.
now you know.
All right, so now we want to know from you guys, how did you meet the love of your life? If you haven't met the love of your life, maybe tell us a story about how you didn't meet that person or how you had them and let them go. We want to hear all your dating stories. We had a few texted in via Text Team 12 on the show this morning. My favorite was this guy who said he was a drug addict, and a woman walking by a dumpster across the street from where he was just happened to talk to him, and they fell in love and have been clean and sober and happy together for something like 8 years now. Isn't that
Congrats.
crazy?
Is there not
Kudos.
someone for everyone? I mean, that is just like
Even the
solid
lady by
proof.
the dumpster.
Yes.
It took
That's
a team
amazing.
effort to get them.
Right, you know.
Sure. And this is a true
sometimes
story?
you
That's
wanna
amazing.
Better yourself.
I mean, it could be a lie. I don't
Well,
know.
That's true.
So that's
Usually
I
women
know.
whip guys into shape.
awesome.
Do they?
And then we set them free for someone else.
Yes.
So, you're welcome.
Oh, God.
You know, I just saw something on Instagram today, and it was, don't worry, I won't be the ex that's after my boyfriend again.
okay.
So don't worry about me. I don't want him back.
Yeah.
I won't be coming back to
That's
reach
funny.
through the recycle bin.
Somebody's
That's
trash
so
is somebody
true.
else's
Oh,
treasure.
Right, exactly.
Keep that in mind.
That's true.
Monica, one of our reporters here, she always says, girl, don't make them better for the next person.
That's kind of a bad philosophy, right? Like, let's make them worse. Destroy them internally and
Don't
leave
change
the
the way they
scraps
look.
for the
Don't
rest.
fix their hair. Don't dress them nicer, like, you know,
No,
because
and
then when it ends and they move on to the next
Yeah.
girl, she's got the better version of him.
And if
taking
they're not
every
going to
piece
change
they
for
can get.
themselves, then they're not going to change for anybody, right?
That's true, too.
We got
gotta
our
find
first
somebody
love
good.
story.
Oh,
in the
where is
comments
it?
there. This is
Okay,
from
go ahead.
Hans. Hans says, I reconnected with someone from high school through Facebook. We hit it off and engaged after 4 months of dating.
Nice, hon.
I want to say this. Facebook can be good and bad. My dad says Facebook ruined his marriage because my mom started to reconnect with all these long-lost loves. She got a little wanderlust
got all, like,
and started
reminiscing
thinking
about the
about what
olden
she's been
days.
missing out on over the last
not
20 years.
good.
It's hard because when you look back at things like that, you do. You remember all the good times, the
Yeah.
good feelings, and it makes you feel a little young again. And so, he's probably not wrong.
That's why he doesn't have a Facebook profile. He doesn't
can
even
see
watch my
both
stuff. I
sides.
send him links and he's like, I can't watch it because it's on Facebook.
Well,
Womp.
that's how Mike found his love.
What was
Facebook.
this?
Thinking about
Are you a puppeteer?
Think of the name. I'm trying to see in the future.
Right, exactly. Dating Sunday, right?
Mike
around the corner.
Gonzalez, he met his wife on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, did
And
he?
they
Okay.
reconnected from back in the day. So
Yeah. I can see both sides. I can see how it destroys relationships, but if you're really happy, then, you see that old picture pop up and you're like, oh, no.
Yeah. And comments can be grossly misconstrued.
I wonder.
Right,
is this-
exactly.
Is there something here? Is there?
Right.
Now I know what you were doing.
what?
I'm on to you.
What?
This was just
happening?
showing that her left hand didn't have a ring. That's what this was.
see.
It
Okay.
took me a second to figure out what it was.
By
but I got it
now,
now.
whoever watches our show, everybody knows that I'm single. Okay, it's not like a secret.
Uh-huh.
We
One of
all
our
know.
And
favorites.
everybody
Yeah.
loves to send you flowers.
Lori Dawn says, we
gotten
met at
it
a
in a while,
concert at the Bash on Ash in Tempe. We were both going for the Edge 1039 poster, ended up talking. Turns out we've been to a lot of the same concerts, love the same type of music.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Trisha has a good love story.
Oh.
Story time?
No
Story
pressure.
Can we use the story
Story
time graphic?
time.
We have it today for the first time.
Really?
Or maybe we
Do
don't.
we?
It's been a long time coming. Religious launches of the show. Celebrate with us. It's story time. Trisha, take the floor.
2 months after I moved up north as a Northern Arizona reporter, I met my lifelong love, Mike, down here.
Where?
In Old Town at this.
Possible.
This story is like, how deep do you want me to go?
Oh, real deep. It's story time.
It's
As
story
deep
time.
as you
Yeah.
can.
Story. You look so interested.
We
It's
are.
story time.
So I was actually with the girlfriend that night, and she was following a guy around. So we were like at our 5th place.
Typical.
It was the old Mickey's Hangover. Have you guys been there? It was Firehouse. Now it's something else. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
On
what
Drinkwater on the corner there. So it was like 3 a.m, December 4th, 7 years
the witching
ago.
hour.
She remembers the date and everything.
Yes.
Love it.
And well, it's funny. We always have this thing. He says it was still the 3rd, but I say the 4th because it was 3 a.m.
It was technically
My
the
mom
fourth.
always said you're going to meet your future husband at the gym or at church, and it ended up being
At a club. An after hours club
by
like that.
Gus's.
And my girlfriend and I were standing at the bar ordering pizza and chicken fingers,
See?
and she says, "Go talk to him." And I'm like,
Well, how did this look? Did he
but-
give you the
wait,
down
she's
up? Did he
like-
give you the...
he was
That-
out on the patio on the phone,
That's
and
the
I'm like,
move.
I'm not going to talk to him. He has a girlfriend. He's on the phone with her, and she's like, how do you know? And I'm like, I'm not initiating. I'm done with games. I need a healthy relationship. Boom.
Sure.
2 minutes later, he came up to us, and I turned around, my jaw dropped, and she's like, I told ya. And he just says, if you want to join us for some food over here, I'll save you a spot.
Well, get this. So I remember you telling me that you originally went there because your friend was following a
Right,
guy.
I was like her wing
Yeah.
woman for the night, and I'm like, you can do so much better than this guy, but I love you.
That's the
so
wing
I'm
woman's
gonna be a good
responsibility.
friend. and now she's happily married too.
So it was 3 a.m. Was the initial contact more like, you want to have some more piece of me over here?
I'm so familiar
You
with
can
that voice.
just come on over and just grab a slice together.
No, I was like, food, sure.
That's a good
Food
question.
is the way
though.
to my
Fair
heart.
question.
And that has been story time. Play us out. No, I like
to
the music
regular
on that though.
programming.
That's
Now,
good.
did the story like? Was that
Yeah! That was a heck of a first story time. Bravo,
good,
round of applause for Trisha Henderson.
Thank you guys. Cheers.
All right, back to the topic.
Okay.
Dating stuff.
Okay.
Christine weighs in. I met my husband 35 years ago at a Halloween party, but he left to the Air Force, 4 years gone. Then he came back and we reconnected. Been married for 18 years now with two
Oh,
beautiful
cheers.
girls.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh,
18
Katie
years
gives
is a
me
long
hope.
time.
Katie said Bumble was my lucky charm, head over heels in love since October 15th.
For those of you who don't know, Bumble's the one where the ladies have to message first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys feel like that's a better option for the gals? Because I imagine you get flooded, inundated with creeps on the other social media
For the
dating
14
sites.
days
I mean,
that
yeah,
used
you guys are
Bumble,
gorgeous.
I did like that one
That
the best.
part of it.
Yeah.
You know what okay, so there's other dating apps and Hinge. What I do like about that one is that you can't send any pictures.
See,
Oh,
So
that's
that doesn't give
good.
any creepy guys a chance to
Pro
send
tip.
pictures that
And
you don't want to see.
It's not even the ones you don't want to see. It's that fish face selfie you took with your shirt off that was unsolicited. That's the one you don't want to send. Because
wait.
that ends a conversation abruptly.
yeah.
So now you know. You're on the
saying.
one, the Hinged.
Well, I've checked out like Hinge,
So-
Bumble. I've never been on Tinder.
Okay.
So I don't know what
People
that-
don't speak very highly of Tinder. They say it's more for if you just want some, something.
What? Somewhat. I don't
something,
understand.
Something casual and
Okay.
not serious.
I don't
for-
think
That's
that-
not the way it works anymore.
purposes.
It really isn't. Like, I was an early adopter to Tinder. I had a buddy back in my Boise days who he knew the guy that developed the app. And he's like, dude, you have to try this out. Extremely small user base at first, and it was pitched just as a hookup app. Like, that's all it was. There was no dating component. It was really like bare bones and simple. And that's the way everyone treated it. And it was very much like a non-serious, like, this is just a distraction from my day-to-day life. I don't want to know you. I don't need to know you, etc.
It sounds like musical chairs. That sounds like a lot of drama.
Well, it's not drama if you're using it the right way, I suppose. But what happened is, as it adopted a larger base of users, people started using it as a dating site. And it wasn't this, like, and that's probably a good thing, that it's not this freewheeling sex app. Like, I understand the perils of that. But it's definitely not that now. I would say it's as toxic as it's ever been. The last time I was on it was well over a year ago, but the last time I was there, it was just like awful, like a wasteland of dating apps.
So not a whole lot of like quality people.
No, not
and
at all.
And it did seem like that because,
fair to say.
Like I said, I've never been on it, but I've been out with friends who were on it, and this was years ago, probably when when it came out. But we were like out somewhere, and they were like trying to meet up with the person that day, that
then
night.
and there.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and they could find out where they were at and like connect with them, and I was like, wow, this is crazy, like just that night, you know. So I guess I could see that's where people were using it as
like in a foreign city especially too. Like if you don't know anybody and you're like, I mean, that happened to me a lot. I travel a lot for work, or I used to anyway when I was a sports anchor, and you're in Charlotte for 2 nights, or you're in Vegas for 2 nights, or you're in, and you're just like, I don't want to go out alone to a bar and get it. So you start swiping around when you're sitting there with your first cocktail, try to find somebody.
But how easy is that? Like, is it weird? I don't think I would meet up with a guy. Well, I guess it depends what you're looking for.
Right.
Because, I'm looking for something serious, so I wouldn't just randomly meet up with a guy that was coming in from
there's the safety component too, right? I mean, if it's shady, I don't know. I want to just show up and meet some random person and not. That's true. I guess you expect.
No one's making you do it.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, it's dangerous for both parties, right? The lovely Vanessa Ramirez on Tinder might actually be a dude in a ski mask with a shotgun that meets me.
Lord,
you know what I mean? Like that's the problem with online dating in general. Yeah, that's her profile, by the way. It's just her with a ski mask on, robbing a bank.
I love this. George says the fruit section at Safeway, like a good place to meet somebody. I think the grocery store. Jimmy Kier, if he were here, he would say for sure.
Well, he had met a girlfriend.
Yeah, he tells that story a lot.
Yeah, that would have been the story time graph.
That is cute.
But that's
hiking's probably another good option. I don't know.
Anything that you enjoy doing, just keep doing that, and then you'll run into stuff like the gal with the concert story. She ran in and met her husband there. And guess what? You're already at the same place, so you have a similar interest, you have a foundation to build on, and something in common.
Right. You just want to have fun? Go just have fun.
You know, one of the best places to meet people is inside a giant ball pit. Monica Garcia got to meet a few this morning. It's our ICYMI, the In Case You Missed It from earlier on Today in AZ. Looks like she had fun at least.
Wow.
Show us the moves. What can people do? They can come out here and chill like this chick over here. She's great. She's having fun.
The main thing is at 7 o'clock every night, everything falls on your head. We suck up all of these. We clean them every day, wash and scrub them. And that opens and they drop down on your head.
Because that's the biggest worry. When people think about ball pits, they think about the ones that we grew up with at the fast food chains. It's not like this. Every day, they sanitize it in a high-tech way. Well, give me a high five. Okay, you did a great job here. From Laboratory Phoenix, I'm Monica Garcia. I'm going to try to do something cool for you. Okay, I can't do anything. I'm just going to float in space. Back to you. There we go.
I wonder what she wanted to do that was so cool.
What if she
disappeared?
Nailed it back.
And we never saw her again.
I'm glad they sanitized her.
She did come back, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
Monica's okay.
Surfaced
She got out of the ball pit.
Wait, she also said she was showing us pictures. It's more than just that ball pit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rooms down there.
Yeah, and she said there was like a setup, like a photo area where you dress up in different outfits, and then they have a professional photographer there taking your picture. And,
you know, trying to appeal to all of us who just want to go out to get that Instagram moment, and then go home and totally Netflix and chill the rest of the night.
That's what Tinder's for, the Netflix and chill.
Is it? I'm not, no Tinder dates coming.
Is that how that started? From Tinder? Like, who came up with Netflix and chill? Like, just come over.
Listen.
I mean, it's been going on for years, first of all.
Right, well before Netflix. Yeah, it was let's go rent a Blockbuster VHS and chill. Like, I think it's just, I think that's become like a catch-all for the people among us who don't want to go out. Yeah. Like the introverts among us that really do like to just hang out at home. And I honestly, I feel like even if this wasn't a hookup situation, I would have a much better conversation with somebody, a much more enriching, fulfilling conversation, and the potential for a much more enriching and fulfilling connection if I was just sitting one-on-one with somebody and being comfortable and normal and not out
by a waitress
in Old Town. What? Huh?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. No, that place is closed. They don't serve pizza till 3 a.m. anymore.
So I was going to say, that's actually how our night ended, with a conversation on the couch.
See?
A drink.
And
but it was loud in there, right?
No, later that night. It was.
This is after hours now. Sunrise.
You continue to hang out in the
Yes, it was totally innocent.
Take notes.
Totally innocent.
Wow, look at you.
No, of course it was, but that's
There's
so
more to that
sweet
story. I'll tell you later.
Sweet that you
Oh.
connected so
Secret
well
story
that you
time.
felt comfortable to get to that point.
Right, exactly.
You know,
and it's like
when
you
you know,
said,
you know.
whatever you expect, you know.
Right.
So if you're going into it like a swipe left, swipe right kind of thing, that's one thing. But if you want a good conversation and a healthy relationship,
Do we have any more?
Yeah, Peggy says she kissed a lot of frogs before she found her prince on Match.com. They've been dating
and
for
they found
7
each
years
other.
now.
Aw,
Wait,
that's
they've
so
been dating for
sweet.
7 years?
Don't judge.
Oh.
Some people date for longer than others.
And we dated for
That's
7
true.
years. Excuse me, didn't you do a decade?
I was gonna say.
That's when I was younger.
I was younger then. She
Spot or
says,
anything.
yeah.
Hey, I got your 6, baby.
Just FYI, that's why I'm still single, because I was in a long-term relationship for a very long time. And then when I got out of it, I realized I need to raise my standards, figure some things out.
True.
And now that's why I am.
But you know what? All joking aside, I think that you've paid your dues in some wonderful, right? Like, don't you think so? I mean, we
totally.
know Vanessa personally, and I mean, my God, it's going to be a good day for
Yeah,
you.
it
When
is.
he finally finds you and meets you, because you are a
Absolutely
catch.
is. Yes.
We all want to date Vanessa.
Yo, I gotta give a
I'm
shout out. I gotta give a shout out to Samantha here. She's
did you say?
pulling back the veil on some of the techniques that women use to approach men.
Calling us out.
So
Bring it out.
in the patriarchal society in which most of us were raised, it's the man's responsibility to ask a woman out or ask her to dance or ask
Like
her
the
for a drink.
old-fashioned.
The old-fashioned. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I for one,
like
don't
it.
ever approach women. I don't talk to girls when I'm out. I'll let them make the first move.
I don't see that at all.
Have you ever seen me talk to a girl when we've been out
I've
together?
only been out
Have
a
you
few
ever
times
have
with
you
you.
ever seen me talk to a girl when we've been out together?
No, because
Not
I've
a
been like
single
twice.
time.
So
But
the
if you're out
day-
by yourself without our group,
Never.
Hold on,
Never.
hold on.
No, I will sit at the bar and wait to be approached. I will never
Okay.
approach first.
Okay.
Never.
Go on.
So the day you find your wife, you're gonna approach her. I called it.
Okay. All right.
Wait, more
The prediction's in the
philosophy.
can.
Let's have
Anyway,
more.
back to Samantha here, because
Okay.
Samantha, guys, listen up. Seriously, because you may have been missing cues this whole time.
Yeah, maybe.
Samantha's pulling back the veil. I met my boyfriend when I was 17 for half a second. He's my friend's cousin. We followed each other on social media.
Okay.
We never talked, but randomly, I decided I thought I wanted to talk to him, but I was too shy to send him a message. So what does she do? She starts spam liking his photos, and then guess what? He slid into her
it's like
DMs.
subliminal messages.
And they've been dating for a year now. Yes, that's the message that these girls are sending you. If you get a bunch of random likes from a cute girl, she's into you, man.
That's
Slide
true.
into the DMs. That's what she wants you to do.
Funny that likes are now in place of smiles or phone
Yes,
calls.
yes.
Right? It's like the wink and the gun from the lady's
Exactly.
perspective. Like, ooh.
Pre-social
Double
media,
tap,
if you got the
like-
smile and the down-up look, that's the same thing as her going and liking all
so
your old
funny.
pictures.
She's
She's
hearting it.
creeping on you, man.
Do we
That's
also
good.
like have games?
Yes.
Is that all a part?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You
all
have
games.
to have
all games.
Vanessa and I talk about this all the time. So women have actually been making the first move
yeah.
for decades, maybe
Forever.
even
Well,
centuries,
yeah.
because it's the move to to drop the
your
handkerchief,
and then what do
the
you do?
gentleman picks it
Drop
up.
a lot of
picks it up.
handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The body language.
Right, but
Yeah.
you know, to get
Like,
that attention, the Claudette Colbert, the ankle.
So we
you know.
to get the guy to like
Okay.
notice us.
notice.
Like my girlfriend told me, oh, he totally saw you checking him out. I'm like, no, he didn't. I thought I was being nonchalant about it. He saw it.
You probably had a few drinks too, so you were like,
I was like over the night. I was like, I just want to go home, and then it just happened to be the night I met my husband.
I just want to go home.
okay, so then
Usually what
Sunday
I'm
it is. If you're looking for love, go on one of the dating sites, Match.com, eHarmony, the
Yeah.
apps too. I mean, there's a million out there.
Thank you for showing restraint and not naming them all.
I don't even know them all.
Let's see. They are Bumble, Tinder, Hinge,
They
Match,
all
Plenty of
me.
Fish. But
They all
Farmers Only. Are you on Farmers Only?
How many are you guys on? This
I'm on
wasn't a
none.
thing
No.
when 7 years ago. It's just been in the last several years.
Some of my older friends are like that too. They're like, I'm glad I didn't come up in this era. Like, I would have no idea how
Oh,
to
like, I've
navigate
never
these
Crystal
things.
said that. Crystal said the other day, Crystal Henderson, she goes, if I was single today, she goes, I wouldn't know what to
I'd
do.
be lost. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's been married
It's
since she
so
was 22.
crazy. Does that sound foreign? Like that I've never swiped?
You were on it for a time period because
Yeah,
I
oh
was
yeah,
on it, and
back
then
in
I
the day.
came across
Yeah.
him, and I'm like, oh, there's my new coworker.
That's so funny. Well, that's when it's the worst, when someone's like, oh, hey, I saw your profile.
Yes.
And they're like, do you want to go out? And I'm like, no.
Did we match?
Okay,
no. Okay,
that's why I got off it, because if guys that I didn't swipe on started messaging me, and they're like, I saw you on there and I just want to know if I could take you out. I'm like, if I didn't swipe, then I'm not interested. So I had to get off because it was just awkward. Like, it was so awkward.
And then you're having conversations about not dating. It's like, okay.
So like, on average, how many apps do you think people are on?
Oh,
probably at least 3, maybe 4.
Okay, so it's like
to see.
Might as well. I mean, if you're on one, you might as well be on a few.
You guys familiar with the blunderbuss?
I'm not.
Let me teach you something. Blunderbuss is an old pirate weapon. It's a giant open-barreled shotgun type thing that you just throw whatever crap you have around into it. Nails, shrapnel, glass, wood, whatever, and then you pack it with gunpowder and it fires in a million different directions, and it creates this, it's a scatter gun.
Okay.
That's the approach you use with
see.
online dating.
Okay.
It's just cast the biggest net you can. Blunderbuss it.
And see what you can.
Blunderbuss.
That's your word of the day, blunderbuss.
We're our 101 on dating.
Good way to
in Paul's
describe
eyes.
it.
Wait, I like it. Tammy said, move to another state, worked for me. It can work for you too. You know, I've
Leave
heard
your
that.
life behind.
I know, right? I'm like, let me just get up and go somewhere else. But everybody
You're not
told me
wrong.
that recently, so a lot of people told me recently, they're like, Arizona's horrible for dating. They're like, that's why you're probably having a difficult time. And I have a large group of friends that are in the same situation, and everybody said the same thing. Like, they ended up finding love somewhere else. Or, like, one of my girlfriends, she was on a work trip to Chicago, met her dude. They ended up dating long distance, and then he ended up moving down here, and now they're married with 2 kids.
Wow.
So they just said it's like Arizona's not.
Yeah.
You know,
great.
and I've had a couple
story.
people say that, and people that speak from experience when they reference why that is, and it's because they say a lot of the cities in the greater Phoenix area, like Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Cave Creek, like they're all family-oriented areas, and so on the weekends, these families are spending time at soccer games, and you see the parks just filled with kids and families, and everything is family-based and family-friendly and everything like that. So it's not necessarily, and people are like, well, Scottsdale. Yeah, but those people aren't necessarily looking to parlay those relationships into big families. They're usually, people that are, wealthy and that are having a good time and enjoying life and their finances and so on and so forth. So
it kind of reminds me of my time up in Flagstaff. If you're in college or if you're retired, it's a great place to be. But in my late 20s living up there, I was kind of in that, no man's land.
There's not a whole,
like there weren't a lot of people in their late 20s, early 30s, but I wasn't really wanting to go to the college keggers. So,
what do you think about downtown?
What do you do?
Paul? You live downtown. Is it great for the dating? There?
Compared
they don't wander into my apartment, if that's what you're asking.
Well, do you leave the door open?
Well, no, I don't. I go out occasionally, but listen, you know how this schedule is for me personally. Like, nobody cares about my dating life, but when it's a Friday night and I'm exhausted from working during the week, I just want to take a nap and then watch sports. Like, I don't know,
just chill.
I wander out and about every now and again, and downtown is cool, but it's definitely not Old Town, which is kind of what I like about it. It's like a little more toned down, and I'll go hang out in Valley Bar basement and spin the chair around and sit there and face the door and have a Rubaeus and watch the people, but that doesn't mean that I'm talking to anyone.
What if you saw a beautiful woman or somebody that's just your type? Like, you're just going to let her walk by?
Yeah. No.
Oh my goodness gracious.
100% of the time. And we don't have to get into this. We can save this story for another day, another edition of Story Time.
Story Time, yeah.
We have time.
I just feel like women get approached a lot and they get hit on by a lot of creeps and they have a lot of crap thrown their way. And I've had some very awkward interactions trying to make the first move, younger versions of myself. And so I've just sort of resigned myself to say if there's mutual interest, I can send nonverbal signals that will indicate interest without going up and creeping on somebody. Because I don't know your situation. If you're over there flirting with your eyes and you doing the thing, and then I come over there and your boyfriend comes out of the bathroom, guess who the egg is on? It's on this clown. So I'm just going to stay away.
Not good.
Steer clear. Anyway.
I see both sides.
Okay, let's get to some food real quick before the weekend. Yeah, initiate this. Fresh squeezed
Okay,
juice.
I'm excited about this one here. So McDonald's is taking on Dunkin' Donuts with its new breakfast item. The fast food chain will soon sell donut sticks during breakfast hours. Okay. Dunkin' released donut fries last summer, and they quickly became one of the most popular items. And McDonald's says you can expect more new products coming in 2019. So donut sticks.
I'll try them.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good right now.
To be a donut.
I'm going to try them when they offer them for like $1 or something in addition to some other purchase rather, and I'll give it a whirl. But I'm not. I don't need fast food to be any less healthy than it already is.
Yeah.
Really.
So, and they probably come with like cinnamon.
Yeah.
sugar.
Oh, you're right. They probably come with something.
And like a churro sauce.
I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is bad, guys. I haven't eaten since like 2 a.m.
I'm starving.
Oh.
All right, Ness, take us home then. Give us the extra shot, and we'll wrap this show up.
All right, 12 News is everything Arizona, taking you everywhere from A to Z, and we're showing you what makes downtown so special. Downtown Phoenix, where Paul lives. The sights,
Give
the
him my
sounds,
address, why
and
don't
the food. Hey, you talk about it all the time in your fancy place. It all starts Monday morning right here on Today in AZ on the show when Team 12's Crystal Henderson laces up her skates and straps on some protective gear for hard-hitting roller derby action. That girl's gonna be having some fun on Monday.
And have some new bruises on Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, she said she's a pro skater, so
She's good.
she's good.
And she's about 7 feet tall and has sharp elbows, so I think she's going to do okay.
So she's going to be taking on those ladies starting at 4:30 a.m. on Monday morning on Today in AZ. Not here live on the after show, but during the regular show. So looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Did you guys ever
try
roller derby?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, why not?
I used to watch that with like Chris Aiken.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was on at like 3 o'clock in the morning. We weren't all meeting our husbands. Some of us were watching roller derby tournaments with
And
our
eating
best
top
friends.
That's where the girls are, everybody.
Right, exactly.
We're at home
Martini
watching
and roller derby.
Dreaming big. Take that to your weekend.
Would you do it?
No, I can't really skate. I got bad ankles. I got weak ankles.
You have weak ankles.
I just rolled it when I was back home. It's like the size of a grapefruit right now. It's not good.
Need an ice pack.
Yeah, I'm going to go ice it and do all the other work I got to do today before I go home and start my weekend. I hope your weekend is off to a great start. Thank you for spending part of your morning with us.
Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend.
Be good, people. We'll see you next week on the Today in AZ After Show, Monday through Friday, 7:30, only on this very page.